I'm Juliet Migwi. Thank you for joining me today. I still can't believe these are my Sistelocks 1 year later. Because my hair is very fine and thin, I really had a big struggle deciding to do the Sistelocks. But looking at how it is now on the body, I'm like, that was the best decision I made. And so today, I'm going to share with you the struggle I had around the decisions and the wheres and the how much. And then I'm going to share with you how I took care. I've been taking care of it since then. And then I'll just show you a nice look at how it was. This is quite a detailed video, so it's long. So if there's a specific thing you'd like to know about, use the timestamp here below and just skip to that area. And I hope you'll subscribe as I keep sharing about my life in Dubai and lifestyle. And as you'll notice, quite a bit of the meat was recorded 1 year ago. And so this is my journey then to now. I'm going to share with you my 1 month Sisterlock journey, especially because I really searched for videos about people dealing with fine hair and the details, the detail of it. And so I said, you know what, as I go through this journey, let me share with you. This is my hair after 1 month. Can you imagine that? And this is fine and low density hair. So I want you to watch, because if you've been thinking your hair is too fine, or it's fine that it can't get locks, if mine has locks, yours can have Sistelocks. So I want to share with you the decision. My decision took more than a year. One, trying to wonder, do I really want this? Because they're so tiny, so tiny that I don't want to imagine the way people say you can undo them. Yes, they say you can undo them, but imagine undoing this. So it's the decision of either I'm going to have them and keep them, or when I'm tired with them, I'm okay with another haircut. I've had haircuts before, and I always say, oh, I wish I didn't cut. And because at this age, it's taking longer and longer and longer for hair to grow. So I had to decide that. Two, wondering how I would look with Sistelocks, because as you will see, normally they say we'll look like, black chicken. But can you see, this is 1 month later, and it's like this. I was really worried about that, and worried about not just having this, not doing many styles yet, And when I was wondering about how to look, one of the things I did, and I don't know if it's something you'd like to do, I did temporary locks. They were not micro, but yet they were not the big ones. And I did it in Kenya at a place called Locked by Karim. I really enjoyed them, and I had them for 1 full year. And the good thing I also that helped when I did it was that I had already had a cut that was tapered, and the back was tapered, and so it gave my hair a year to grow. So because now I would not have been able to do locks at the back if I had done it a year ago. Sometimes I was like, oh, a year is gone, my hair would be 1 year journey, I would be sharing you 1 year journey, but I would not have been able to lock at the back because my hair is very fine and it was very short. And so that helped me to see how I would look if I had locks. The other thing was the price and where to do it. Where to do it because I live in Dubai, and the price because it's so pricey here. So I managed to get a place in Kenya. I did it at Liwa Salon. It was a third the price of doing it in Dubai. And now my hair had gotten a better length. The cost was okay because I had planned for it. And I didn't have to worry too much about maintenance, because even though it's a little more expensive to maintain in Dubai, especially like this fast tightening that I will do, because I'm doing it in Dubai. So once all those things were sorted, I was ready to go. The where, the how, the length, all that. And then I've watched so many videos because I was worried about my fine hair. Let me tell you a little bit about the installation. I've already mentioned that I did my installation in Kenya, in Nairobi, at a salon called Liwa Salon. I checked even other places in Kenya, but that's the one I had good reviews and the price worked for my pocket. There are some that are a little more, but I wanted to work with these ones, and they were accommodating with the time frame that I had. I did this locking on 19th April 2025, and now today is 18th May. So I'm doing my retightening tomorrow, which will be a month after it has worked out very well. When I was doing my locking, my hair was averaged at 6 inches because some of the back was a little shorter, longer, you know, because I had a tapered cut. So mine was measured or calculated the cost per inch, and mine was about 6 inches. At the end, when we were done, I ended up having a 317 locks. I haven't counted them again. They are so tiny. I don't think I'll ever count again. Yes, so they were really, really tiny. When I did my installation at Liwa, I was glad because one person did the partitions, the Sisterlock grid sort of partitioning, so that then the rest, and then I had 4 people working on my hair from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So with 4 people, it only took 5 hours. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it at Liwa, because I was home for a short time. I didn't have to do the full day or taking more than 2 days. So this really worked for me. And then she did the 3-point interlocking because my hair is very, very fine, so that it doesn't it's not too tight and ends up being fluffy enough, because as you can see, this is 1 month later. This is about my care. I'm just from the shower, and this is what I've been using. I had a bigger one, the one I use when I have braids, but because my sister locks are very small and I wanted these edges, you can see all the way to the back. I wanted to cover all the way to the back so that my hair doesn't wet. I know there's still this that get wet, but I try not to touch it. And it's a simple one, but that has good coverage. The other thing is, and when I sleep, I use this turban, this fabric turban, that I make sure covers all the way to the back, because as I told you, mine are very fine and very low density. They would unravel, and then because this might move at night, what I do is I wear this black one that now just holds them down. And sometimes during the day, this is also what I'll have when I'm in the house, because I've been told not to wash the hair for a month, and so within that month I'm trying to have it less ruffled up as I can. And so, but as you can see, they're very, very light. So what I would do is try fluff them up, and then I can't oil my hair. Remember, as you can see how fine it is, it's very fine, and I want to maintain it. I'm in Dubai, it's very hot, it gets very itchy, and my scalp dries very, it gets really dry, and I don't want to get any dandruffs, and I also don't want to get lint on it, and that's why most of the time I have to wear the turban. And so I use this because I can't oil it, I can't wash it. So it's water, I have peppermint drops of essential oil and tea tree essential oils, and then all I do, if I'm itchy or if I want to just spruce it up a bit, I don't do too much, I just mist it up. And I like this because it goes all the way to the inside. And I don't do much more. In fact, I just tap because I don't want it to disturb the under. I also have a rose water moisturizing spray from my Dubai loctician. I also have this wide, very wide tooth comb that I use to comb through my locks because they're very tiny and sometimes my finger won't go through nicely. But also the fact that because of I showed you how my edges are curly, this also detangles them and helps them not unravel. For 1 week, this coverage is really good for fine and low density hair. So don't not do your Sistelocks because your hair is low density and fine. You can see I have quite some coverage. Let me show you the back. See, it's not too chicken pluck, you know, it's not too pluck chicken as they say. And for me, I'm glad I have these curly edges because they add to my volume. For the moment, there's not much I can do in terms of styling because it's still short. And I was also told not to wash my hair for the first month. That was really hard because my hair is really fine and sort of slippery, and I didn't want any slippage. And you can see how still full it is. I have not had one single slippage after the way I told you how I normally take care of my hair. I've not had any slippage, and it has some body, it has some fluff. I've not done anything to it apart from that splashing that I do every so often, and that's it. And so the instruction is to wash my hair just before my retightening on the day of the retightening. And so because I'm retightening tomorrow, I'm going to wash it. I'm going to wash it today. After this, I'm going to show you the banding as I was advised on how to do so that my hair doesn't slip or unravel. And then I'm going to show you my wash and why I wash the way I do from what I've watched the videos and what my loctician recommended. I'm using these tiny rubber bands because they are the kinds that are harder, so they will not stick to your hair, especially my fine edges, and they are hard enough that they're easy to feel either pulling them out or cutting through them. All right, so here are my elastics. I like it because these ones are tougher. They are not going to break off compared to the other ones sometimes that we use to style kids' hair, the smaller ones, almost like the loom band ones. These ones are a little harder, and I got a big bunch from Amazon. I'll share the link from Temu, but I'll share a similar link on Amazon. But you can also find this on Temu if you'd like. Use the link in my description below. You have to braid it. You braid it and not loose, and then that's when now you bundle at the edges with your whatever it is you're using. I'm using this as I had shown you, and the reason she explained is, and then you do all that, and you can even do bigger, they don't have to be small, okay? And the reason she said is because if you don't braid and just bundle, water goes in between. And remember, our locks are fresh, they've not locked yet. So when water goes in between, this top part as the hair locks becomes puffy. So you will see people's locks that are slim from the beginning, but here they're puffy. And it's not this curl, we're not talking about the curl puffiness, we're talking about the braid itself is, the lock itself is puffing up because from the beginning water went in and expanded, especially like my hair that's very fine. That's something to watch over because you want your locks to just have an even even growth, the strand to have an even growth. And that also is another reason why you stay if you can to one loctician, because of the interlocking method, so that they are growing with you as your hair is growing. So if you can, that is very helpful. If you can use, I have these microfiber towels and bands that help me so that my hair doesn't build up lint. I had this when I was doing my temporary locks, and if you'd like to try locks before so that you see how it would look, if you're in Kenya, try out Lock by Karim. I've put their Insta link below because they're very good. They help me decide doing those locks, and that's when I had gotten these black pieces so that I don't have lint buildup, and I'll continue using them. I also use this scalp massager silicone, and I like this specific one because it's, I don't know if you can see, it's very, very soft. These are soft silicones. You can even press in, they're not hard. And I don't use my fingers when massaging because they will really unravel my hair. So with this I can massage gently, so it's good for the massaging, for hair growth, for the nerve ends, and also for preserving the hair from unraveling. And also, what else? Then it also actually cleans. I told you I did my hair at Liwa's salon, and so this is their shampoo that they've created for starter, and it's a clarifying starter. These are the ingredients, so you can find something similar. If I find something similar, I'll share for you, but I will not be telling you that that's what I have used for myself, but this is what I'm using from Liwa. A hard hitting shower will unravel your locks, especially when they're new and very soft. So instead, I use a jar like this over the sink so that I can regulate how much water I'm using, or the pressure on my hair, instead of the heavy hitting shower. The good thing is after tomorrow's retightening, which was after 4 weeks, the rest will be between 4 or 6 weeks, so I can manage it and plan it within my time. What I want to tell you is that, as you can see, it really has been worth it, even though my hair, see how tiny they are? Even though my hair is really fine and low density, it has worked well for me. I'm loving it so far. The curly ends, as I shared with you earlier, are giving it also some body. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Remember this hair that was so thin? Look at how full it has become. So sisters who want Sistelocks, even though your hair is fine like mine was, see how full it is. I need to go for a retouch, a retie, and it's been a year, but see how it's grown now. I can even hold it up. I'll show you after I retie how it looks 1 year in. Wow. All right, I still have to pin some of this. And so with that, if you've been having an issue deciding, especially if your hair is porous and thin like mine, I hope that has made it easier for you to make a decision, especially if your hair has been fine and porous like mine. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you subscribe and press the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my future videos as I keep sharing with you about my life, living in Dubai, travel, and everything lifestyle. God bless you, Barakatele. See you on my next video.